I like this this new part of our show now. Where if we have a take, I could toss you the ball.
The new football take.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're not throwing these to me like correctly.
Well, how do you want me to throw it?
You're trying to punk on me. I don't like it. Toss me the ball. No, overhand. Thank you very much. You grounded the ball intentionally last
Well,
time.
I'm trying to get picked up by a team here. I'm trying to give you good passes.
Dumb fans, Harp, Amro, dumb fans. We're here to talk some football. Is it intentional grounding 10-yard penalty or what is it?
It's a loss of downs and 10 yards.
What do you mean lost downs?
So you know how a penalty, if like say you're on first down, you get a penalty 10 yards, it's still first down. Well, with intentional grounding, it's the 10 yards plus you lose that first down, so now it's automatically goes to second down.
What if I see the hot dog guy and I throw the ball into the stands?
That's intentional grounding.
That's intentional grounding?
That's intentional grounding.
But it's in the air though.
You're not going to get it to the hot dog guy. I'm just hoping you get it to me.
I could probably aim at what's the highest ticket? You're in the dead center of the field. What bowl?
You or me?
Why are you saying it like that?
Well, I'm going upper bowl.
You're doing up a bowl?
I'm doing upper bowl.
I can get it to the middle. I can do the
You
middle.
can get it to maybe the goal line.
Steven
Steven knows you're not going to get it to the. You're not
Steven
getting to the
knows.
stands.
Steven knows I could get to nosebleeds.
Yeah, the nosebleeds.
I'm ready for a contract now, Jets. They know.
They'll give a contract to anybody. You do have a shot.
I'll get that money. That's fine. You're Jets. I'll get paid $1 million to go play for the Jets. You want to get paid $1 million to go play for the
I
Jets?
get booed every game.
$1 million to go play for the Jets. Now I know you're lying to me. Yeah, like and subscribe. We're on Instagram now. Please, we don't know what we're doing, so get on there. I know it said that somewhere on our YouTube, we're on episode, this is going to be episode 18?
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
Minus it by 10. Because the first 10 episodes, we don't know what we're doing. We don't.
Minus it by 17.
Minus it by 17. Everything you've watched up to now has not been right. Okay, this is the real first episode. That's how it's going to be all year. So some football news. We're touching on a little bit with some of our football stuff. It's the off season, which, football is like the gift that keeps on giving, especially to two degenerate gamblers like us. We're constantly looking at what's going on.
We know we need those. Okay, who are we picking for that little top up in our bet?
Yeah. Hey, I got $100. Tom Brady's coming back from retirement. I could though.
I would take that bet.
Did you see that flag football game?
Yeah, I did.
That was crazy. I was looking at what, the guy's 50, man. He's 50. He's still moving around. He's like a cat. It's crazy. That'd be kind of weird though to own a team and be a broadcaster and then play.
Definitely, especially if you're playing for Vegas.
Yeah. That'd be like
He's doing games in the afternoon, playing in the morning.
that honestly, he would be one of one. He would be the greatest of all time, I think, just on that alone.
Yeah.
Because how many situations in sports do you see that? You see Bo Jackson played baseball and he played football, right?
Yeah, he played both.
Jordan technically also played.
Jordan played, but Jordan didn't play both at the same time, I don't think.
Well, in terms of
No, he didn't. He took the 1 year off.
Yeah, because he liked to gamble. But in terms of where he played, I think he played minor league baseball, right?
Who, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played in the Triple A's.
Yeah, Triple A's.
I think he played one game for the Sox. He might have, they probably just gave him a contract because he was Jordan.
Is he the greatest baseball player to never win a championship?
Jordan?
Yeah. You think about it though. Think about it. 6 rings.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Picked up a bat. He's the greatest to never win an MLB championship.
Yeah.
Come on, that's pretty good. We're way off. NFL free agency. There's some news that we really want to touch on. One thing I want to talk about was Kyler Murray with Minnesota.
Yes. We touched on it.
We didn't really dive into it too much. Good signing. I'm confused by this signing. I'll be honest with you.
I think it's a great signing. He's playing with Jefferson now. He's a running QB. You got that dual threat. What are you confused about?
They have a young quarterback.
Well, they're shopping him. We talked about this last episode. They're shopping McCarthy.
Yeah, why?
And okay, even if you don't shop him, you keep McCarthy. It's still great. He's really young. You get him a mentor like Kyler Murray in there. He plays 2 or 3 seasons. See how he does. He's injury prone. Maybe he might not even play the full year, and then you get McCarthy in there.
Well,
there's a good chance they might just keep him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure they have the best reasoning when it comes to quarterbacks, because the last quarterback they got rid of went on to win the Super Bowl with the Seahawks. So how can you be that organization that let's go a championship winning quarterback and then not invest in your young guy? Because that was why you traded him.
I think what they learned this year was McCarthy needs a little bit more time, and maybe Murray's going to give that 2-3 years or however long you keep him for. And with his injuries, I mean, he didn't play the full season last year in Arizona. I think the year before he missed games. So why not have him in there? He gets injured, you put McCarthy in, maybe McCarthy learns some stuff, and then you play him full time.
Murray is in his late 20s.
He's still young.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
He looks like he's 90. The gray beard already playing Arizona. Just miserable.
How happy was he? Did you see his press conference? He was so excited to be out of Arizona.
Got arguably one of the best running backs. The
best wide receiver.
Yeah. And with those legs, he was money for 30 yards on the ground.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, we made some money on that. I
Yeah,
was super happy with that. You want 30 yards from Murray, he'll give you that. I hope the Vikings don't ruin that for him, though, for our sake.
Yeah. I hope he's not just going in the air and he's still using his legs.
Yeah, I mean, they know they got a running back, but I mean, the guy can run. Don't take it out of our pocket. Be cool.
We need those 30 yards.
God knows we do. I'm betting on Thornton over in freaking Kansas City. Got Thornton for 30. Rush for
Kyler Murray for 30. Lamar for 30.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good bet.
Yeah.
Put that down right now.
Henry for a touchdown.
Henry for a touchdown was always money. Maybe not this year. Not really.
Yeah.
It was really, really tough. Tough for him as a running back, I feel like, for bets.
Towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the season. He was money at the start.
Yeah. See how that works? I pass you the ball, and we're tossing. You get multiple activities at once. It's pretty cool. It shows the audience that we have a chemistry.
No one cares.
Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. We're doing all this for you, and you're not watching this. So I'll be interested to see what Minnesota does. Tough division, but they got a stud. I think he's a very good quarterback in the right situation. I'm just confused considering they have the young guy. I mean, I hope they do trade him, because if you want to have a mentor situation, here's the best case scenario. Minnesota, out the gate, gets himself a winning record. Kyler Murray revamps his career. They make a trade to move him on to another team, and you got yourself a guy who's been mentored by a veteran quarterback. Maybe it's a situation where So that
give a couple years and then trade Murray for something, and he's got himself a team.
If the Bears could trade more, then anything's possible.
Yeah, I don't know what the Bears are doing.
Nobody knows what the Bears are doing. Nobody knows what the Bears are doing. You gave us one of the best years of our lives. What are you doing?
Well, now they're like, okay, the fans must be satisfied now. We're going to go be a shit team again.
Yeah. Look, we just traded one of the greatest wideouts in our team the past 5 years to the Bills. Also, to really put salt in the wound, we may move the team to Hammond, Indiana. Just that's a nice way of congratulating the fans for being loyal for awful 12 years. Awful. To Atlanta.
To Atlanta. Cousins is out.
Cousins is out.
So I think it's
at this point I'm more worried for the guy's health.
Tua?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Should he be playing football? One more concussion, I think he's definitely they're gonna be. He's done. He's done.
I mean, this is
his
where
career is done.
I think this is the problem with some of the way contracts are constructed in the NFL, because not all of it is guaranteed, right?
Yes.
Like in hockey, for instance, and we only just talk football and hockey. We don't talk anything else. We should. We're dumb fans. We like sports, but we just talk to those for now. Like and subscribe. We'll talk more.
Whatever you guys like.
Well, you tell us. You tell us. if I'm in a situation where I'm in hockey, for instance, I can play, even if I don't play great for, like, there's like a really overrated centerman if I play for the Vancouver Canucks who's going to make $1 billion and he's not great, but he gets paid all his money, right? Begrudgingly. But in football, a lot of contracts aren't guaranteed.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. And I think the first fully guaranteed contract was who was the wide receiver that just got signed this year? I think the big signing, or was it Walker, who's fully guaranteed for throughout his whole contract?
I have to look it up.
Something like that.
Yeah, we can look at what we can do right now because this is the kind of production value we give you here at Dumb Fans. I can look this up. You know what I mean? I can go onto the searches and do that. But I feel like when it comes to guaranteed contracts, they've always been reluctant to do that because I think owners know that a lot of the product with these players,
Oh, definitely.
they're on the shelf.
Yeah, so injuries, anything could happen. That's why they don't do these guarantees. But their bonuses, they give big bonuses, so their contracts aren't as much either. And when they're still like crazy amount, but they give a lot of bonuses.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting to me that, so let's take a look here. There's some like recent, so Jamar Chase.
Oh, there you go. Jamar Chase got the
Justin
112,
Jefferson, guaranteed. 112 million, Jamar Chase. By the way, we also know that you can't see this that well, so we're going to zoom in so that way you can watch what we're watching. So Jamar Chase, Cincinnati, $112 million guaranteed. That was March 2026.
This year.
Yeah. And then Justin Jefferson. Again, these are players you would probably want to invest guaranteed contracts,
definitely.
right? CeeDee Lamb. That's a bad signing, I feel like.
That's a bad signing?
He's not a great teammate. I don't know.
He's number one receiver. Arguably, he might be better than Chase. Maybe not Jefferson.
I don't think he was the number one receiver this year for Dallas. I think Pickens was the number one receiver this year.
No. The CeeDee Lamb was. The Lamb was just injured.
How come I didn't make any money on CeeDee?
Because he was injured most of the time.
Saquon Barkley, total guaranteed $36 million. Running backs get really shafted, man.
They get shafted because their shelf life is 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So that 36 million is probably maybe like within 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
Whereas that 100 million is like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So it almost works out the same, but theirs is obviously a less amount. The years are lower for running back.
They should be giving Joe Burrow a guaranteed contract, a Lamborghini, and France.
And an offensive line. Never mind any of that. I think Joe Burrow would just take an offensive line.
So yeah, I'd be curious to see what comes. It's been a wild free agency so far. So a lot of big names moving around. Especially for me, I think the biggest one for me was Kenneth Walker III going to the Chiefs. We touched on that. I think the league is better when there's more movement. My biggest complaint with NFL was that it's not as interesting because a lot of players don't move.
Yeah, I mean, they do in the off season, but yeah, you're right. During the season, not as much.
Well, if you can't come to terms with how a player is trying to re-sign, you can franchise tag him, right?
Yeah, and that's still like, I think it's like guaranteed is like 12 million or 13 million. On a
but if you're staring down the barrel of a $100 million contract,
oh, definitely.
That's a huge FU, I feel like.
Yeah, I think NFL players like the length of the contract more than they do like the money right away, the 1 years. And that's why they want
You
that.
pass me the ball. Thank you. Sorry, what was saying?
That's why they want the guaranteed for like the 4 or 5 years instead of the 1 year franchise tag, because what if they have a shit year?
Yeah.
They're not getting anything the year after.
Yeah, fair enough. One guy we haven't touched on, we had some experience watching him firsthand, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he's still not signed by anybody.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about this off air. Maybe it's time for him to retire at this point.
Full story, I got a goof message on my feed that he retired.
Was it today on April 1st? Or is today April 1st or April? Yeah, today's April 1st. Is it the April Fool joke that you got?
I don't think there's any connection to April Fools and the joke feed I got. But thank you for asking, Hart. So I thought to myself, okay, well, we got to double check this because we double check everything here at Dumb Fans. We're all about make sure.
We're all about facts.
Facts and statistics. Okay. Should he retire?
I think he should. He
sucks now.
Yeah,
He sucks
he's
now.
not.
He's not
He's not good.
You know,
And I think that was shown when he went to Broncos. Like
I'll defend the Broncos. You know, his performance in the Broncos wasn't bad, but the organization had already made up its mind that he wasn't going to be the guy.
Yeah,
When they switched coaches, it was it.
But with Seattle, he was just at a different level. And right away with Denver, it dropped a little bit. Maybe, I mean, he still played well, but he wasn't the same guy. And then when he went to Pittsburgh and then New York, it just even dropped even more.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I feel like, again, in Pittsburgh, there's the games there he would make a throw. I'd be like, that's still pretty good. He still has the arm. My problem with Russell Wilson is that he's a game manager. He's not a great quarterback. He can give you a lot when you put talent around him. Like he knows how to read the plays. He's like a second coach out there.
But you need consistency, and I don't think he had that in his later years.
Well, I don't know who his manager is, but they're putting the wrong ideas in his head. If he went to Denver and was like, I want to be the guy who makes your guys better, then I think that's a great system, right? Once they traded coaches and they signed in the new coach, that was it. It was over for him at that point. In Pittsburgh, you got all that talent there, especially at wideout receiver. Like you could have him theoretically be a guy, maintain yardages, like get gains, and then be that kind of guy.
But I think like even in the Seattle days of what I've heard from other players or his teammates is that he's got a big ego problem. And when he went to Denver as well, he wanted his own office and like he was above everybody else. And that's why I don't think he can be a manager, because you're asking him to, okay, we don't want you to showcase your talent. We just need you to manage the team or manage the play, not be the standout guy. And I think that's where his ego gets in the way.
They should have run the ball. They should have ran the ball, give it to Lynch. They should have taken it home with Lynch. That's what they should have done, okay? I don't care if it's 100 years. You should have given the ball to Lynch. Anyway.
I think everybody knows that.
You think he thinks about that at all?
100%. You could have had 2 rings in a row and you're not thinking about
You
it?
think Coach Carroll thinks about that? I feel like
I think about it on my beer league hockey games. Oh, I should have passed the ball at that time, or I should have shot the ball at that time. What do you think they're doing? They're playing in the biggest league in the world.
you really don't get anything for being the runner-up. It's amazing in sport. And it's just so funny. Sherman on the sideline.
His face
said everything. He said it all of it.
We're still talking about this. He looks so disgusted.
That's awful. Awful. That has to be one of the, that's one Brady probably shouldn't have. He probably shouldn't have that ring.
Yeah, well, there's a lot Brady shouldn't have had. The Atlanta game he shouldn't have had. The Seattle
The greatest comeback.
Yeah.
One of the greatest comebacks in Super Bowl history.
Atlanta screwed themselves over. They lost the game.
Yeah, okay. Well, regardless, the rings aren't on his finger. You don't get to earn all of them, but you put yourself in a situation where you can win all of them.
Yeah.
And in that case,
Can't take that away.
Can't take that away. The defense, he telegraphed that throw, and Butler was right there for the. I remember all the names because I had that damn play engraved in my brain. It won't go away. And so that's a ring that they gave him in that particular situation. But they had the win. They had it right there. All you had to do was give Marshawn the ball. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, if I'm him, I would retire, probably.
Yeah, I think Russell was.
He's made so much money. He's made tons of money.
Sierra, his wife.
He's got the wife.
She makes a lot of money. What else do you need?
What more do you want?
Yeah.
Go be a coach, man. All right? Just
or he's a very religious guy, isn't he?
I think they all are.
Yeah.
I think I don't think you could be an athlete and not have some sort of superstition.
That's true.
Behind you, it's kind of a very odd thing. Like I'm in the arts, and it's kind of a superstitious type of trade too. So, for a guy like that, again, I think he'd be a great coach.
Yeah.
He's a great communicator. Very great interview. This is a guy you can put him in as a coordinator on a team, and he learned the ropes. And he might be a great head coach. He could win one as a coach. So that'd be pretty good.
Or he's gonna go into TV like Brady.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
He'd be a Hall of Famer, I think.
Yeah.
I don't.
And I'm sure Seattle retires his jersey.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's the problem with this whole conversation. Is that I'm Seattle. He's the greatest quarterback you ever had, and also the worst guy you ever had. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's honestly amazing. So we did this little segment. The last one we talked hockey. We're gonna do this one. Carry it over here. Again, we didn't manufacture this question. Although, if you want to add to the conversation and make up your own questions and comment on our Instagram or our YouTube, that's cool too. If you were gonna buy a franchise today, you got $2 billion lying around. What NFL team would you buy today?
Seattle, no question.
You buy them. The team that won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, you're making money. You got a great system. You got great
Okay, you know what?
players.
Actually, let me rephrase it. You can't pick your favorite team.
Okay, we can't.
I can't pick the Bears. You can't pick Seattle.
I would take the Bills.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think I would take the Bills.
Yeah. The fans of Bills are some of the best.
Best fans,
best fans.
in football.
You know,
better than the Bears.
No.
But so
Don't segue the question. Don't do that.
So who would you take?
You know, it's funny that you say the fans, because I look at like the Philly fans. They're the best for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
They'll follow you home.
You're dying on the job if you're not doing a great job.
You walk to your car. Hey, I saw you took that knee, bro. You get the one knee, bro. You don't get two. You don't get two knees, bro. That's funny. I pick Cincinnati. I think I can fix them.
Cincinnati?
I think
You
I can
think you
fix
can
them.
fix them?
I think I can fix Cincinnati. Yeah.
You're going to get them O-line? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah. You know what I would do? I'd sell my house. I'd sell my cars. I'd bribe every college football O-lineman to be like, hey, you know, I don't own this car. You don't own this car. But it's here.
But it's here.
Okay. Contract.
Do what you need with it.
Yeah. I'd rig the draft. I'd be the shadiest football owner.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I 100% would be. I'd be the Bill Belichick of owners, for sure. I'd be Robert Kraft. Okay, dumb fans. We're having a lot of fun doing this. We are enjoying ourselves. I get to talk sports with a guy I've been arguing for 30 years. Steven's here. He gets to laugh behind it. He'll give us some fake laughs. Placates us, which is really great. We need that for our egos. But we'd love to hear from you. Please jump on Instagram.
Comment.
Like and subscribe, please. We need those likes. Gotta start making that money. You're not making anything right now. Making no money. Okay? This is like bare bones. That's what this is. You want better production value? You want some lights? I want some lights. But no. Follow on. Thank you. Dumb fans. Harp Amro.